Hello.
Happy New Year, Mary.
Happy New Year, Seth.
Thank you.
As if I haven't talked to you since the first.
That's true, but you haven't podcasted with me
It's
since the
true.
first. Or have you been podcasting with someone else? You've been podcasting on the side,
I've
haven't you?
been podcasting behind your back on the DL.
I knew this day would come. So did you watch, well, our many shows, but did you watch Beyond the Break to begin with? Obviously, I know you watch Beyond the Break because
Yeah.
you get paid to do it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's true. But I also watch for pleasure.
all I have to say is it's a good thing that Dawn is not a terrorist armed with a nuclear weapon. The army just lets her right into the base there.
That's what sex appeal gets you. Terrorists should be sexier.
I don't know. So Birdie says she's marrying Marcus now.
Yeah, which I guess is a good thing, being that he got a tattoo and all. That's always a good thing to just spring on someone. Hey, actually, I know a dude who did that to me once.
No, really?
He did an M on his ankle and was like, "Look," and I was like, "Cool." I have no idea where he is now. That's the irony.
At least when it's just the initial, there's some possibility of something you could do with it afterwards.
Yeah,
you could just say,
yeah.
"Oh, it's just my favorite letter."
And I also kind of wanted to tell Marcus that is like the quintessential, isn't it like widely known that that's bad luck to get someone's name tattooed on you?
I didn't know that, but I can't imagine it ever being good
It's
luck.
yeah, it pretty much dooms the relationship.
Whenever I see that, I just think of Wino Forever. That's
Yep,
what
I was thinking the same thing.
that being Johnny Depp's, or what remains of Johnny Depp's Winona Forever tattoo that he then had to have lasered off because that lasted for a minute.
All right, anyway, best Degrassi ever.
Best Degrassi ever. Wow, not far off. I gotta say, not far off.
Dude, I love Ellie. I love Manny, but I love Ellie.
Ellie and everybody there who is okay. I think it's our duty to clarify to people who are listening to this who haven't been to college yet
Mhm.
that it's not sitting around the ZD table talking about Rousseau and 18th century
It's
philosophy.
not?
Maybe your college life was. Mine was, we were talking about boobs, I think.
Oh, see,
Pizza.
I always thought like pretty standard college is like you're just learning all this philosophy that you'd never heard of before, and then you forget 2 years after college. So I actually do still associate college with that one time in my life when I was able to have these incredibly intelligent conversations,
Seriously?
which I am no longer able to have.
Man, I wasted my college existence. I think I was talking about Mortal Kombat most of the time.
Yeah, if they'd had DDR when I went to college, we would be talking about a completely different thing right now. But
I love the allusions to Melville.
yeah, I love that Ellie picked up on them.
Who knew Craig was such a smart, stupid guy?
He's deep, dude. Dude, I was thinking, I was like, man, Craig is back in full force, like lying, messing with girls' heads, playing girls off each other,
That was the
getting into
greatest Craig
trouble.
moment ever. The last line of the episode was
Yeah.
the greatest Craig moment ever.
Manny is.
It's I admit I did not see that coming at all. It's Manny's.
It's the look on the face.
Manny's got
too.
a total problem. It's like I've been trying to tell her, but whoa.
Oh, she's out there.
Oh, Craig, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, everybody was getting along way too well.
Right. Well, and he's back, and he is here on our podcast today.
This is
a big coup
exciting.
for us. Jake Epstein is waiting for us to call him right now.
I don't think
I
I've
don't know
ever
where.
I've had like an IM conversation with him, but I've never like seen him at an event or anything. So,
I've never had any communication with him whatsoever.
oh my God.
Yeah, so let's call him.
All right. I'm not going to tell him I love him.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mary and Seth from theend.com.
Hi, how you
Hi,
doing?
Jake.
We're awesome. How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you right now?
I'm in my house in Toronto.
Oh, you're not in Montreal.
No, I came back for Christmas and Hanukkah and break and stuff.
And Christmaka and
Christmaka,
Festivus.
that's right.
Because you're like a college student now, right? So you're on break.
because I'm,
Do
I'm
you,
like a college student.
yeah, so you get like what, like 18 weeks of Christmas vacation
Yeah, I wish. 18 weeks of Christmas vacation?
that's what I remember from college.
January,
Is very
December,
long
straight through
vacations.
through July. Really, that's how we do it in the United States. I don't, you know. So, yeah, why don't you tell us where you're going to school? Well, we know because we just read it in your TV Guide interview.
Oh, really? I haven't read it. Is it okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, sweet. I go to a school called the National Theatre School. And
And that's schmancy. That's like
it's
Juilliard.
like the Juilliard of Canada.
Yeah.
And it's this like really intense program.
How are you doing
then-
there? How was your first semester?
It's actually my second year at the school.
Oh, never mind.
It's good. I really like it. I really like theater, and so it's been great. First year was really tough because it was like my first year away from home, and so it was a little freaky. But this year's been great. I've been writing a lot, actually.
Do you write plays and like your fellow students perform them with you, or?
Yes, yeah. Sometimes, like a bunch of people in my class wrote this show that we did at school, and we want to take it to Mexico next year. Or there's,
Of course.
Yeah, Mexico.
That's obviously the thing to do with the show, right?
Whenever I write a play, I always think Mexico.
Yeah, there was a theater company in Mexico that was interested in taking it on tour there.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's kind of a crazy opportunity. So
What's the
stuff like
play
that.
about?
It was a play based on the short story called The Lottery.
Oh, right.
Okay.
It's a kind of a creepy play. It's like this. The whole story is this lottery, and you find out of the people in this town, and then slowly, as the thing goes on, you realize that the lottery, the person that draws the black ticket, gets stoned to death.
Oh, geez.
Shirley Jackson.
Yeah, it's like totally intense.
This
And so I was totally. So I played like a character based on Charles Manson. I was like the leader of this cult. It was so much fun to do. It was totally creepy, but it was awesome.
So how different is it working on theater versus working on TV?
So different. Like for so many reasons. I mean, instant appreciation. Like you do film and television, and it's awesome. And you'll have this amazing scene, and it'll be so intense, and you'll do it, and the director will say, "Okay, cut. Let's do it again." Or like, and you'll just be like, "Wow, I just like gave my all," and kind of like, "Okay, good job. Do it a little better now." And in theater, it's great. Like there's obviously you get applause. It's like you do something, and it's like there's sort of recognition for it right away.
Is there anything that's more difficult about it? Were there like transitions that you had to make that you didn't expect?
Kind of. I don't know. Like I sort of grew up doing theater. It's always like it's been my love. I was on high school plays and stuff. So I started like before I did Degrassi, before I did television and stuff. I was doing theater in Toronto. I was in Oliver came to Toronto like years and years ago.
Right.
Uh-huh.
From the West End.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got when I was like 12. It was like my first role. I was cast as the Artful Dodger.
Oh, awesome.
Oliver. Which it was really sweet. It was really fun. And so that was sort of my start, I guess.
Yeah, so you already knew what you're doing.
And so I feel sort of, I don't know.
Did any of your classmates give you crap about being from Degrassi at all?
Yeah, all the time. I was Degrassi boy for the first like 2 months of school. Yeah.
So you're back on Degrassi for a couple episodes here, but I noticed you didn't come back with giant Daniel Clark biceps.
No, unfortunately not. I tried, but
Don't they teach
He's
you
a- he's
pull-ups
a
at that? Is that the
Daniel
school
Clark
years?
is a superhero, and so can't compete with that.
So how is it coming back? Is it did anyone
It was great. It was
change
totally,
drastically?
did anyone change like their personality?
From when you were
Yeah,
gone
like-
to when you came back, yeah. Did you come back and
Besides
be
Daniel Clark's massive biceps. No. People were great. Actually, it was so much fun to film. We filmed it at the end of the summer, and it was totally great. It was so much fun to see everyone, and it was really like a big party. Like I literally hadn't seen these guys in a year, and so I came back, and we went out every night and partied, and like had to get up early and shoot, and it was really fun.
Awesome.
And you were like National Theater School boy there. They were like, oh,
Yeah, you're right. I
National
was
Theater
National
School
Theater School
boy.
boy there, you know.
You think you're better than us?
Right, yeah, that's right.
You can't win.
No, never.
So, the question that I'm sure you've been asked a million times, if it were Jake Epstein choosing between the characters of Manny, Ellie, or Ashley, who would it be?
If it was me,
Real
Yeah.
you,
Jake
fictional them.
choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. Probably, I always said Ashley.
Yeah.
I always liked the character Ashley, like from the beginning, because I think I related to it with all the music stuff and the kind of the goth phase she went through, and like,
Right.
I'd say Ashley.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized we've had everybody that you've made out with on the show on the podcast now, and so now, and we finally got you on. So now this is like the capper, because you know, we had Cassie, we had.
I've been really lucky, you know. I've been I was very blessed on Degrassi.
You've made the rounds,
Cassie,
man.
I've made the
Melissa.
rounds, yeah.
We even got Adamo, so then yeah, we've covered
Oh,
everybody.
well, he was the topper, you know, the hottest of them all. Yeah, you didn't include Marco in that category.
Yes. Damn.
No, that's awesome.
So
That's
I
funny.
want to know about. We had Mike Lobel on a couple weeks ago, and he was telling us about the Grassies, the short-lived band that he said you guys did together.
That's right. Yeah, we had a hit song, I believe.
What was that? What was your song called? He didn't tell us much. He just said,
I don't. You know what? It was sort of. I think it was half freestyled every time we did it, so it was kind of different every time. We were there was a point when we were gonna perform at the rap party to the show, I think. And then I think when it became like, oh, people actually want us to do something, we kind of ducked out of the picture, you know, and retired.
Oh, I see. Was it like the white? I picture it like the White Stripes with you on guitar and then him on the back on drums, and that's it. Was that the sort of?
Yeah, that was no. I think he was on guitar actually. I think I was on drums, and then it's our friend Dave Real, this guy who was on he's a comedian, but he was just working as an extra on Degrassi at the time, and he was the freestyle vocalist, I believe. So.
Oh, I see.
Nice. What were these lyrics about? These freestyle
I
lyrics?
don't even ask. I don't even know. I don't even know.
They changed with the times.
Yeah.
Are you still doing music at all, or are you just completely focused on theater now?
I'm still doing music. I'm trying in Montreal. I've been playing with some people. Not as seriously as I used to, unfortunately. But I'm still, and like actually that's been what's been sweet about these past 3 weeks in Toronto is I've been able to get back in touch with my friends and my old band. We've been like jamming a little bit and just having fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get into the music thing much more, but I got time, I think.
So how was shooting with Taking Back Sunday?
Oh, it was totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really, really, really good guys.
I just read in that interview that you were like, "Oh, that's nice. There's a band coming on. Oh, where did you play? The amphitheater?"
Oh yeah, a little bit. Well, I didn't know Taking Back Sunday well. I knew of the name. I'd heard of them.
Right.
'Cause they're everywhere, but I didn't like really listen to the music until they were on Degrassi and they were playing their songs, and I thought they were really cool. And like I was talking to the lead singer Adam,
Mm-hmm.
and he was, I said, oh, like, are you in town? Are you playing a show in Toronto while you're here? I kind of assumed he was playing, kind of artsy, kind of smaller venues. So I said, like, what venue did you play at in Toronto? And he was like, oh, yeah, we sold out the Molson Amphitheater, which held like 10,000 people or something. So it was so, like, casual the way that he said it, too. Yeah, we sold out the Molson Amphitheater.
That's not casual to say sold
Wow.
out.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, wow. You guys are cool. They're great, though. They have a huge crush on Spike from
Totally.
the old Degrassi.
Where
Did they like approach her? Was it weird or was it
Yeah,
cool?
I don't know. They have some history, or like or Amanda Septis. She knows them. I don't know. There's something going on there. They just loved Spike. That's all I remember.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
it's
and I think they just thought after they saw the Kevin Smith episodes, and so they wanted to come on and be like Kevin Smith and come on Degrassi and do their thing. It was great. It was so cool having them on. It was really fun.
Awesome.
I think we're actually going to have Adam on
Next
next
week.
week. So what should we ask him?
Ask him if he remembers what there was during a scene that me and him had together. That I think there's only like a second of it in the episode, but we had this like long, in-depth conversation. We're kind of in the background,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's Stacey Farber interviewing bass player, and so they have me and Adam like in the background talking, and we're supposed to be talking about music. Ask him if he remembers what our conversation was about.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Okay.
Writing
If you
this down.
remember. No
Taking
worries
notes
if you
here.
Hey, did you
right.
did you watch Degrassi during the long time when you weren't on it? I know when we asked Danny, he was like he hadn't watched it and he couldn't believe everything that had happened when he came back. Did you keep up with it?
Sometimes I did. I don't have a TV in my apartment in Montreal,
That makes it hard, yeah.
but I try to go to people's houses and watch, and like I kind of heard about the storylines more than actually like was watching it. But
At the water cooler.
yeah,
The campus
exactly.
water cooler.
Exactly.
Dude, if I were having a Degrassi party, which I totally would be if I were in
Would you
college,
really?
I would be like, Jake Epstein, come to my Degrassi party. How obvious
That's like
is
right
that?
on, man.
They should be having them every week.
Oh, I know. I went to a party the other night, and my friends have satellite or something, and so they were airing a Degrassi episode at like 2 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and so they kind of flaked, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, Degrassi." And so I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm like, "Nah, just change the channel." They're like, "No." So they sat me down, they forced me down, and they like made me watch the episode with them. So it kind of was a Degrassi party in a way, you know. Just, you
Wait,
know,
which is the most embarrassing episode for you to look at now? Like, because I know you guys all grew up on that show, and it's sometimes hard to look at images of yourself during certain awkward phases.
yeah.
I guess you were already old enough when you got on there to be past that point. But like, is there any episode now that you look back and you're like, please turn it off?
Well, have they aired the abortion episodes?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, they have.
Right.
Yeah.
Those were kind of embarrassing when they were on TV. I had a girlfriend at the time too, and it was very awkward.
Oh man.
That episode was it's such an intense story,
Yeah.
and
Wait,
also
what's embarrassing about it?
well, it was just very very intense. I mean, you know, classic Degrassi, but it wasn't just the fact that I had or Craig had impregnated this girl, but the fact that he like wanted this baby so badly, like it was very just intense, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Intense for like I think I was 16 or something when it aired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that'd be the one.
All
I
right.
usually don't care, like it's a character, you know.
Yeah, and you're proud of your work.
And I'm proud of my work, right?
All right. One last question. Any New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions. I don't know. I haven't thought of that.
You're perfect just the way you are. You don't need to fix nothing.
No, definitely not perfect. Just the way I think my New Year's resolution is that I need to get my act on the music thing this year. I want to play a show in Montreal. That's my goal.
Awesome.
There you go. That's good.
That's a great goal.
Is that okay? Wait, my cell phone's ringing right now.
Uh-oh.
Should I ignore it? Is that rude?
No, no.
I'm
Well, you know what? I think we're done anyway, so we'll just...
We're done anyway. Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
That was such a strange ending. I want to know what she had to say now. Why is she Cochran?
Who was it? Is it your grandmother or something?
It was, oh, no, I wish. It was my best friend Sarah. She was calling.
Well, tell her we said
yeah.
hi.
I'll call her. Yeah, for sure I will. send her love from you guys.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Jake.
Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
See
Yeah,
ya.
Happy New Year.
You too.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Dude, he wanted to talk to his best friend more than he wanted to talk to us.
I know. We're
What's
lame.
up with that
We're boring. We just ask stupid questions about
stuff?
school and Degrassi.
New Year's resolutions.
God, what was I thinking?
Yeah, he hates you.
He totally hates me. But so we're pretty serious about having Adam from Taking Back Sunday on next week, provided everything goes well. You never know with these things, whether
These
something's
major
going to get
rock
canceled.
stars. He could be
Yeah.
suddenly called to play Wembley Stadium or something,
Yeah, emergency Wembley show.
and
You never know.
but
But hopefully next week we will have him. So I would say go ahead and mail Seth or I any questions you want us to ask him.
okay,
All right, talk to you next week.
okay, Mary, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.